So I don't think enough people know how big of an impact audio makes in your videos and ultimately in the growth of your YouTube channel. So let's talk about it. This is the Crush It on Camera series. My name is Meredith. I'm here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera because I believe everyone can create pro-looking videos that grow your audience and your business with YouTube. And the number one biggest mistake that I see my clients and students running into with audio is they're simply not using a dedicated microphone or some kind of an external microphone, and instead they're relying on the internal microphone of their camera or worse, their computer. In fact, if you're brand new to the Crush It on Camera series and you haven't invested any money in any of your gear for your talking head videos or your video podcasts at all yet, I would make a good quality microphone pretty much the first thing on your list to invest in. So in the first video in the Crush It on Camera series, in my step-by-step setup video, I covered a couple of different microphones that I highly recommend because I have used them. The Audio-Technica ATR 2100X runs around $80 or possibly less, and you can connect it to your computer really easily just by plugging it in through USB. If you want to invest in a professional broadcast microphone, I'm using the Shure SM7DB, which I really like, and I'm using it alongside the MV-X2U, which allows me to plug that chunky XLR cable directly into my computer through USB as well. As I'm recording this video, and for the last few videos I've recorded, I'm not using like a Rodecaster or the Mcaster Studio. I'm just using the MV-X2U, and it's working really well so far. It doesn't take up any space on my desk. There are literally hundreds of really good microphones on the market that stand out above the rest. Pick a budget and take recommendations from trusted content creators. If you want my recommendation, I really like the Shure SM7DB. And if you have the budget for it, I think you should pick it up. Although I used to get compliments on how great my audio sounded when I was just using that $80 Audio-Technica ATR 2100X. But pretty much for the most part, if you're using an external microphone, you can't go wrong. So if you're using a broadcast microphone versus a lavalier microphone or a shotgun microphone, the microphone needs to be in front of the source of the audio, which is your mouth, in order to be able to do its job. And I think the days of it being like a faux pas to have a microphone in your shot or in your frame in your videos is gone, thank God. I think the content creation society has all just collectively agreed that we should be prioritizing good audio and not be concerned about having a microphone in the shot. That's a whole other side tangent. And if you're creating a video podcast, then of course, obviously, you're going to want to prioritize your audio. It's really important. So if you're using a dynamic broadcast microphone like the Shure SM7DB or the Audio-Technica ATR 2100X that I recommend, follow the directions from the actual manufacturer on how to place it, how to speak into it, how far it should be from your mouth, and what angle it should be at. Some microphones are a top address microphone like this one. Some are a side address, and you just need to be comfortable having a microphone in your face so that your microphone can pick up your voice and reject all of the other noises and sounds in your room. Now, a really great way to know if your microphone is positioned correctly and it sounds okay is to use Adobe's Mic Check website, which I'll link to down in the description below. It's very simple to use. You literally just open this up, hit start. It's going to ask you to record. How is my microphone set up in placement? Stop test. And it's going to analyze everything and give me these ranges that show exactly what I need to adjust, if anything at all. And if it's out of whack, it'll tell you what you need to do to adjust it. By the way, if you didn't know already, this is just one video in the Crush It on Camera series. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the other videos. And I'll link to the playlist down in the description. However, if you're here to create pro looking and pro sounding videos and video podcasts that actually grow your audience on YouTube, my best tip for building a thriving YouTube channel is coming up, but let's wrap things up here first. And by the way, if you're using Chrome as a web browser, there is a very confusing and really annoying feature. I guess they think it's a feature where Chrome will actually take it upon itself to adjust your audio input, your gain on your microphone. And it's really annoying, but it's easy to turn off. So if you're having issues where you adjusted your volume, but it doesn't really seem to be adjusted, it might be Chrome that is sabotaging your recording. So if you go to Chrome://flags. I don't know what that means, but apparently there are some experimental features in Chrome that you probably don't know about. You want to look for the one that says allow WebRTC to adjust the input volume, and you want to make sure that is set to disabled. What a weird little bug that is. It's really easy to cover up visual mistakes when you're editing. It's really, really hard to cover up audio issues, too low, too high, sounding bad when you're editing. So it's one of those things that you really want to make sure that it's good before you hit record instead of trying to fix it later. So now that you've nailed your audio setup and you sound amazing on camera in your talking head videos and video podcasts, you might be wondering, how do you set up your lights to give you the most flattering look? Or how do you record directly into your computer? And it's all coming up in the Crush It on Camera series. But when it comes to making any video content on YouTube to grow your audience, building a library of binge-worthy videos is the most powerful way to do that. And I have a video explaining exactly how to become bingeable on YouTube so that you can attract viewers and subscribers and more revenue with every video that you publish. And I've queued that video up for you here. I'll also link it down below.